What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm going to be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video, guys, I will show you several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you some sad news that is directly related to the community, MMTLP community itself. On top of that, I will show you an update in some of the litigation processes that are still active right now. And at the end of this video, I will share the part 2 of investigation in regards to the FINRA's actions, or it's much better to say FINRA's inactions in regards to certain tickers, especially in regards to MMTLP and next bridge hydrocarbons. So, and before we dive deep into all of these, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. On top of that, guys, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account. And guys, for now the market is really crazy, and if you want to preserve your capital and if you want to be consistently profitable, guys, this is pretty much the perfect chance for you to be on a green territory for the majority of times, and you can use Discord access tiered for just about $1 a day, and it will help you to mitigate your potential losses and improve your profitability on the market. But with the gold tier membership, guys, you have an unique chance to use my experience of more than 13 years on the stock market, on crypto market, and on forex market as well. You have pretty much unlimited access to my brain, to my analysis, and you have a weekly Zoom call, a weekly 30-minute Zoom call where you can ask me anything in regards to your portfolio, to your strategy, in regards to the upcoming market movements, etc, etc. And guys, you know that just less than 24 hours ago Donald Trump implemented new tariffs, and here was the substantial disaster on the market. SPY index dropped by about 5%, and let me show you a sneak peek on my Discord group. As you can see, just yesterday at 5:49 p.m. I published this video where I explained what you should or you should not do with the upcoming news and how these news might affect the stock market in general. And right after I published this, market has a substantial drop. And on top of that, guys, take a look right here. The tweet that I published right after the news came out. This is a perfect example of why you should never bet on any news. And I published the same chart of SPY index. And that is why, guys, if your potential losses are more than $150, guys, it is a perfect opportunity for you to just mitigate it and to be consistently profitable. That is why, guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. So, and let's begin today's video with this news. It is really a sad news. Copy and Paste wrote this just a couple of days ago, and he said, another MMTLP shareholder passed away Sunday, a friend since 1982. He wasn't on X. And guys, unfortunately, yes, we have the things are still going, and it is just a nature of life. It is just a life cycle. We have to be prepared for this type of news, and yes, for the last almost 2.5 years we've lost basically several community members. So it is what it is. Let me show you another quite interesting news. First of all, I have to admit that you know that several months ago we had a quite interesting call to action. We tried to find some insiders inside the SEC and FINRA who potentially could be whistleblowers in order to help MMTLP community. And guys, Christian Shaughnessy wrote this news, and it literally blew my mind. She said, even the SEC's whistleblower program, and she added this direct speech. has become an unaccountable and secretive pathway for SEC employees to enrich themselves after leaving the agency at the expense of legitimate whistleblowers, law professor Alexander Platt. In effect, the SEC has outsourced the screening of whistleblower tips and other investigative functions to a small group of lawyers and professional whistleblowers, many of whom previously worked at the agency. This group now claims the lion's share of award payouts, including almost $600 million in 2023 alone. In other words, success in today's federal whistleblower programs often depends less on the quality of the tip and more on how well connected you and your attorney are. And she refers to this article that was published on April the 3rd, and it's titled SEC Whistleblower Programs Have Become a $1 billion Racket. And guys, definitely it is not the main intention of the whistleblower program. Definitely some people let's say they did it in their favor, and in my opinion they have to be prosecuted and they have to pay all these damages. That I have to admit that it is very difficult even to assume how big this problem might be, because it is not only the problem of these illegal payments, but it is the problem of the people who didn't become the whistleblower and who didn't disclose some information that could help retail investors or just ordinary people to disclose some information that might help them to let's say restore the justice. And definitely it is another upset news for today's video. And let me show you a good news. You know that we have about 9 active lawsuits. We have a set of lawsuits from the so-called 1209 team. And here is one of these lawsuits, the news from one of these lawsuits that was filed by Jennifer Vetrano. And she wrote it just 18 hours ago. No more deficiency notices. It's all clear to proceed with motions. MMTLP 1209. And definitely some community members already wrote this type of supportive tweets. Great job, Jennifer. And guys, I have to admit that just recently, several days ago, she had a deficiency notice that she basically made a kind of technical mistake in her filings. But for now, guys, we have plenty of new filings that were accepted by the court. And let me show you this tweet. Roman Soups wrote this 8 hours ago. Vetrano updates 1209, lots to look over. Give it a view, free on court listener. Looks like a lot of allegations flying by. Allegations in lawsuit are my own, just posting for awareness. Consult an attorney for legal opinions. And guys, this huge number of documents might be very interesting to read, and I took a sneak peek on just some of them. Fortunately, it is free to download. You can download all of them and read all the details that are related to Jennifer Vetrano versus Securities and Exchange Commission case. But let me show you this tweet that was written by Sam. And she wrote, MMTLP shareholders fight back. Many saw West Christian's overly broad litigation hold letters as a form of intimidation to silence criticism of CEOs charged with fraud. Is this FA4 part busy? And guys, I have to admit that, yes, we have a kind of confrontation inside the MMTLP community. And this confrontation is quite interesting, because the people who were hired originally to protect MMTLP investors, and I am talking about Wes Christian, he was also hired to protect NextBridge Hydrocarbons from the lawsuits that were filed by MMTLP shareholders as well. And these shareholders want to know just simple information, and they want to find out the truth. And guys, as already mentioned multiple times in my videos, we cannot have a partial justice. Justice should be from the very beginning till the very end, without any exceptions. And that is why, guys, if someone let's say inside the MMTLP community or inside the board of directors of NextBridge Hydrocarbons or former Torchlight Energy or MMTLP metamaterials, it doesn't matter. If someone hides some information that might be helpful on our path to the resolution, definitely this information should be disclosed. And if these people don't want to do it, we can force it by just simple lawsuits. And that is exactly what these people like Jennifer Vetrano, Scott Trott, Daniel Oxer are doing right now. And this might be a very important discovery in our case. And guys, regardless of your point of view on this entire saga, you cannot do anything with these lawsuits. You can be just an observer, and you can be just a passive participant in this case if something good happens with these lawsuits, and if some information is disclosed that might help the entire MMTLP community. Guys, definitely you will be in this list, and this information will help you as well. That is why, guys, we don't have any bad lawsuits. We have to find the real truth in this case, and that is why, guys, these people are doing their job. So let me show you another quite interesting update from RareDD. Just yesterday I showed you his investigation about the FOIA emails, and here is the part 2. Part 2. More than a year later, in December the 2nd of 2022, 10:46 a.m., email from FINRA's Richard Boyle to two redacted contacts, also copied Jay Gibbon of FINRA. The subject is clearly MMTLP, but also MMAT and the proposed spin-off with NextBridge Hydrocarbons, see image 1. This appears to be a new email, not a response. Boyle points out that the recipients had conversations with FINRA's corporate actions team about the proposed spin-off, and also that FINRA's market fraud investigations team recently received several tips that were also sent to the SEC. From Boyle's perspective, it seems that maybe he thought the SEC was contacting FINRA's OTC corporate actions team because of the recent tips they received, because there is no indication from this message that Boyle was aware of the November 29, 2021 emails between Sam Dreddy and the SEC. Remember, there were no corporate actions or proposed spin-off back then. Boyle asked if one of you would have time to discuss this matter on Monday, December the 5th or Tuesday, December the 6th. The matters being the proposed spin-off, the SEC contact with FINRA's OTC corporate actions team, and the tips received by both FINRA and the SEC. But knowing in hindsight what happened with the MMTLP corporate actions, it makes you wonder what the SEC said to FINRA's OTC corporate actions team about the MMTLP corporate action. Was Patricia Kasimates and everyone else at FINRA told to ignore any reasons to deem the submission deficient? Was it FINRA's OTC corporate actions team that contacted Boyle about their conversations with the SEC, or did Boyle find out because the fraud tips prompted him to inquire? If by chance the SEC instructed FINRA's OTC corporate actions team to sabotage the MMTLP corporate action, wouldn't it make sense that the OTC corporate actions team would contact FINRA's fraud department? And guys, this is quite interesting question. Why is it so hard to find anything online about Richard Boyle and Jay Gibbon, not Gibbons with an S? What was the image attached to the email? Because Boyle suggested on Monday, December the 5th, as a possible time to have a discussion. Did this lead to Sam Dreddy being looped back into the conversation in the next email? And guys, definitely it is another quite interesting investigation, and again, we have plenty of questions that are not answered right now. And unfortunately, FINRA and SEC are stonewalling all our efforts to receive more information in FOIA request. And just several videos ago I showed you about one of the requests that was made at the end of January, and the answer was quite let's say strange, because on the one hand FINRA doesn't want to say clear no to this FOIA request, but at the same time the timeline of the beginning, just the beginning of this process to give this information to MMTLP shareholders is about 36 months. So literally 3 years. They want to have 3 years of additional time to just start the process of releasing this information. So definitely it is not acceptable at all, and I think we are still trying to solve this problem as well inside an MMTLP community. So guys, let me show you another quite interesting tweet that was also published by RareDD 12 hours ago. He wrote this: in late 2024, the Government Accountability Office made public their triennial report concerning the SEC's oversight of FINRA. One of, if not the biggest controversies surrounding FINRA within and beyond the time frame of this report was their handling of the MMTLP spin-off. A huge portion of what went wrong can be traced back to FINRA's failure to adhere to their Rule 6490. The GAO report was supposed to address whether the SEC is keeping FINRA accountable in regards to following their own rules. This was not addressed in the report. What's the point of the rules if they aren't followed? Who keeps the US Government Accountability Office accountable? FINRA wasn't supposed to create the MMTLP corporate actions. They weren't supposed to unilaterally revise it without input from the issuer. They also weren't supposed to ignore ongoing investigations from both the SEC and FINRA. Police keep them accountable. And guys, RareDD added several screenshots, and also he refers to the tweet that was written on July 17 of 2023. And guys, this is the first mention from the active member of Congress about the MMTLP story in this letter that was addressed to Gary Gensler and Patrick McHenry. And definitely the main thesis of this letter is just to answer some questions that might be important for MMTLP community. And these questions are still unanswered. Unfortunately, it is what it is, and we have to push this case forward as hard as we can. That is why, guys, we are here.
And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.